Happy Valentine's, my piglets. How are you guys doing today? Is it just me, or is episode 7 the best episode of this season thus far? Let's get into it. Myki was right. She survived that lip sync because it wasn't a smash. But even though Myki started the episode as a lip sync survivor, she ended it as a victor. Talk about a story arc. I am so impressed with how they used the Raid of Queens to stir up drama, how they used the receipts to pick the girls in as far as the groups for the Maxi challenge. And full disclosure, I did not see them prep for for the performance and the actual performance themselves. I only saw Darlene's, who I thought was amazing. So Myki, but she didn't have much of a storyline. And now she has a storyline because she survived that lip sync. She has to look in the faces of these Viperous competitors and prove to them that she belongs in this competition. My question was, will she rise above the haters or will she get into her head? And bless Myki because she doesn't seem to understand that she's not delusional. She's a threat. And that's why they want her out of there. And I still don't understand why Vita and Darlene haven't had it out for Myki. Like that's confusing. Myki's story is an excellent representation of setting up a story and then paying it off and paying off the character arc. Because remember, she started the episode defeated, didn't understand why she was on the bottom, didn't understand why the girls were voting against her. And instead of like collapsing into herself and saying, I'm no good, she bucked up and said, I am Myki, mother effing Meeks, and y'all are gonna see. And she did. She won the episode. So, and her one way was stunning. So go ahead, Myki, you did the damn thing. Jane don't. Y'all are gonna have to help me understand this because for someone who is dominating the season, RuPaul herself, according to like the beaches event that she did last night, RuPaul herself told the other girls that they needed to be scared of Jane Don't because she is bringing him and she's not letting these hoes breathe. Cool. If Jane knows that she's doing so well, why does she seem so unhappy about everything? I really hope that we get answers and we understand what's going on because it doesn't make sense thematically to have Jane doing so well but be so sour about it. And no, she doesn't owe us happiness all the time. That's not what I'm saying. But I would like to get some answers about that. So at this point in the competition, we understand that it's not one queen that the rest of the queens need to beat necessarily to get to the finale, but it is a group of queens, i.e. Team Miami, Juicy, Athena, and Mia. It'll be real interesting to see who does well and who falls off, or if all three girls are going to make it to the finale, especially because there are only 10 girls left. And seven if you don't count Juicy, Athena, and Mia, who at this point are might as well be one person because they're all rooting for the same team. But at this point, with 7 episodes in, 10 girls left, the producers are starting to make their short list about who they think is going to be in the finale and who is worth investing in as far as storyline, etc., etc. Athena is so cute because she lacks self-awareness. Sister, you were being strategic with your clique, your Team Miami clique. Why are you being weird about other queens also having strategy? That doesn't make sense, especially because she had this tweet that said, listen girls, nobody in this entertainment industry made it on hard work alone. And I agree, it really is who you know. And this Rated Queens is showing that, like, by taking the power out of the hands of the powers that be and into the hands of the queens, we understand how this system really works. It's who you know. And people say, oh, well, you just have to think of networking as like being really nice to people. And that's BS because you can be nice and still be overlooked and forgotten for various reasons. So, this has been a reminder to me and all the creatives. This is not it's not enough to just do your job well. You have to find your people where your is good enough. If you are working hard and people are not appreciating you, those aren't your people. Move around. Don't ever be afraid to start anew or turn down an opportunity if your soul really feels like this is going to be draining you. So when Athena was going off about like, well, I don't understand, like you guys were having alliances and I didn't know that we were doing that, which I call BS. Kenya, her reaction was so funny, telling her to shut the F up. Kenya is not going to leave anytime soon because her confessionals are too good. But maybe I shouldn't say that because I swore up and down that Briar and Vita were going to be here longer, and these girls are no longer here. So I'm praying for next week that Kenya is at least safe. Something about her makes me root for her and makes me like want her to at least get a top four placement. It's important to me. I don't know why. I will say this, it seems like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. If you play the game, then people are gonna be mad at you. If you don't play the game, then they're gonna talk shit, which is stupid. An alliance is an alliance, and people should not be punished for playing the rules of the game because let's keep it real. This is Drag Race Survivor. This is a competition show about who can survive the machinations of this cutthroat entertainment industry, and drag is simply the Trojan horse. It's not about drag. It hasn't been about drag for a very long time. As in real life, you can do well at your job, but if you don't have a strong social relationship or someone that likes you that has power, you're going to be eliminated. You're going to be deemed redundant. You're going to be overlooked. And it sucks. And when you're on the receiving end of that, it hurts. It really, really hurts. And I don't have an answer for that except to just move around and find your people. I couldn't help but notice while the queens were deliberating about the receipts and the placements for Rate Queen, it made me realize that Drag Race is a reflection of this hyper competitive system that makes us look at each other as competition, not realizing that the people at the top who we never see, who we don't know, are the true puppet masters. And the person who in this scenario Myki represents got messed over because she worked the hardest. She had a vision, but she unfortunately did not have the alliances that would have saved her. And that is BS. America is the way that it is right now because narcissism, undercutting, being cutthroat is baked into the fabric of this of the society. The people that are willing to undercut people, those are the people that get ahead. So I'm not surprised that TV shows like Drag Race support these things because like those are the people that get to the top, and it's really gross, but that's how it is. And I'm not saying good people can't make it. It's just it's gonna be a little harder for us and it might take a little longer, but it is definitely possible and doable and proof that good people win every fucking day. Okay, so Rate a Queen. Nene got her revenge on Discord because Discord didn't like Nene because she's a rainbow queen and not a punk queen. So I guess they have beef now. And also, this is a good way for production to pay attention to who said what about whom. Like, I even did screenshots of everyone's individual rating system so I could link back who rated them low, who rated them high, because that matters as far as who production decides to link up. I noticed that the girls that competed on the same week of the talent show, they got paired together. And I think the only queens that weren't, that like were from week one and week two that were paired together in a group was Discord and Nene. And it was because it was too freaking good to pass up to have Nene and Discord working together because now we have something in writing, in proof that they don't really see it for each other, at least not in the drag spectrum. So it'd be really nice to see how well they work together. And honestly, at the time of this recording, I haven't seen it, but the fact that they were both safe, I also heard read some things online that Discord was robbed of a top placement. So that means that they worked well together. So I guess there's not much of a story there. Vita saying that she's not here to prove her worth to any of these girls is very ballsy, but that energy can also get you sent home because Vita was on the bottom of the rated queens for her part one rankings, and acting is not her strong suit. So going into this political self-directed acting challenge like had me a little nervous for her, but not too nervous because I do believe that Vita is one of the stronger overall queens, even if acting is not her thing. I thought she would just figure it out. Okay, so Mia and Juicy are together for the family connection. Really interested to see how that worked out. um Myki and Athena, they're the dark horses. Like I know that they have the talent, but the edit they have been given hasn't been like, oh yeah, but these past 2 weeks they've definitely shown that like they are threats and they are someone worth looking at. Okay, I was confused. Why is Juicy on the bottom? I didn't get that. Juicy killed the acting challenge, and all of a sudden she's on the bottom. I'm confused. I really do need to watch these performances because that made no sense. And I actually think it's good that I haven't seen the entire episode because I'm giving more authentic reactions based on what happened in the later acts of this episode. Yeah, this is like episode 7 is one of the best episodes of this season because the producers tracked story and it paid off so well when they edited together. It was easy to follow. I was emotionally invested the whole time. Things were easy to understand. So Myki, again, y'all know if you've looked at my previous reviews as far as like season 14 specifically, 15 too, I stand by this. There's a lot of spiritual energy on Drag Race, and some of the queens also carry strong spiritual energy. Myki has an ancestor that's looking out for her, or she's very spiritually protected because everybody that did her dirty, they got theirs. Vita wanted to put Myki on the bottom only to be sent home. Myki helped, what's her name, Juicy, win her first acting challenge, only for Juicy to end up on the bottom and almost have to go home, but Myki won her episode. So Miss Thing definitely got her revenge indeed. Now they know she has nothing to play with. I thought it was very strategic, producing to have Vita tell Myki, or at least show it in the edit, to have Vita be the only queen tell Myki why she picked her to be on the bottom, because that, again, that was the queen that went home. I do wonder, and it probably is a yes, they probably did have Juicy and Darlene actually give their reasons for putting Myki on the bottom, which would have been smart, but Vita's was just the stronger ad for this particular edit. Vita's elimination. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I was sad with the queens. I 2 weeks ago I said that Vita is going to be hard to get rid of, and they got rid of her, and I am gobsmacked. I cannot believe she did it. I cannot believe that she went home. But considering that she was fifth place overall for her week's talent show, and the fact that her acting challenges were not strong, I mean, I can't say I'm 100% surprised, but I did not want to see Vita go. Like, I'm definitely gonna miss her. Also seems that Vita is a cautionary tale, because if you're going to play the game, i.e., put Myki on the bottom, you'd better perfect yourself, meaning you'd better be good in all areas and have no weak spots, and or have some serious social protection. Okay? Vita was easy to eliminate even after her so-called loyalty or playing the game because she wasn't strong in the acting challenges. So they got rid of her. Congrats, Miss Meeks, for the win. Lars Ulrich, cunty baby sister, you did that. And you better show these queens how an underdog does it. Yep. And Myki is actually one of these queens, like, irrespective of her actual placement. I think that she's going to have a very successful career outside of Drag Race too. She produces her own drag shows. She can act, she can dance, she looks good, she does a great runway. So like I have no doubt in my mind that Myki will definitely be able to pay her mortgage doing drag. Darlene. That's another one that could have won. I did see her performance, and she once again is proving that bedroom queens, they have what it takes to be in this competition. And I'm sorry. I love that her bit was about her being a bedroom queen and having to stay home and not want to go out in public. And bitch, I understand, because some people are truly horrifying, but I cannot stay in the house all day, even if it is gross out there. Okay, you guys, that's all I've got. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for chatting with me on Budlong Avenue Productions, and I will talk to you later. Bye.